Hello everyone, it's Pete here from the Purple House at Forth in Tasmania with our Facebook Live. I'm here by myself today, and just before I started I took a big deep breath in and let it slowly out through my mouth, and that was to calm myself down before I started the Facebook Live. And how does that calm us down? Today I want to tell you a little bit about the vagal nerve, the vagus nerve. It's one of the cranial nerves, comes from the brain, and it affects or attaches itself and affects all our major organs. And it also has a lot to do with us being able to chill out and relax. And when we take a big deep breath in and let it slowly out through our mouth, that stimulates the vagal response to help us nicely relax. There are quite a few other ways we can also help stimulate the vagal nerve response, or stimulate it so it helps produce our serotonin and dopamine in the brain, so it helps release those feel-good hormones also. So when we can get our vagal nerve working properly, then we can have a nice, happier life. I had a client who suffered really bad anxiety and nearly got to the point where he couldn't leave home. And he actually stimulated his vagal nerve, and it made all the difference to his anxiety, settled his anxiety right down. And the vagal nerve travels down the neck just behind the ear. So one way we can stimulate that vagal nerve response is to just gently massage down behind our ear, each side, because each side has the vagal nerve, and that is what that young client did to calm himself down, to reduce his anxiety levels, just by stroking that vagal nerve pathway. Because when we get all anxious and uptight, where does it grab us? It grabs us in the solar plexus, and that's the stomach area. And it's the vagal nerve response that's really tightening up our solar plexus, our stomach, giving us that tight gut. So by doing this, we can soothe that and settle that anxious feeling down, or relieve that solar plexus area, the stomach that's all tight in a knot. There are some other ways to help get that vagal nerve response happening. Meditation is a good way. If we start just meditating, putting our brain on zero, getting rid of the chatter, that helps the vagal nerve respond and helps us get rid of anxiety and so on as well. There's, what else? I'll read a few. Humming and chanting. So when the monks meditate, they often chant, or the Om sound. Om. And that vibration also settles that vagal nerve response down. So it will release the good, happy feeling hormones. Gargling water. So you get half a mouthful of water and head back and gargle it, and that will help that vagal nerve response as well. Singing at the top of your voice in the shower, so you could do quite a few of these in the shower. You could get half a mouthful of water and start gargling, and then we've been often hear people sing in the shower, so sing at the top of your voice. That vibration and of the voice and whatever will help the vagal nerve response as well. Taking a cold shower, so at the end of the shower, turn him on cold for a while. This not only helps with the vagal nerve response, it also helps, us to lose weight. If we stimulate our brown fat cells that are on the top of the shoulder, then they start producing energy to keep us warm. If we stimulate them with cold for 90 seconds with a temperature of less than 14 degrees, then they start using white fat, our stored white fat, as their energy source to keep us warm. So that's a way to lose weight as well. Soak in a warm bath, so relax in a nice warm bath with nice lot of Epsom salts. That's a good way to help that response as well. You mentioned massaging the neck, and you can also massage the appropriate areas on the reflexes on the feet, the hands and the ears. So they are ways that we can stimulate or help calm down that vagal nerve response, so we start having a much calmer life. But there was also studies done with people taking beet extract, the beetroot extract, 600 milligrams. They took some athletes and gave half a placebo and half the 600 milligram beetroot, and allowed them to digest the supplements for a while, then got them to do strenuous exercise. And the response of the heart rate variability due to the exercise was a lot less with those people who took the beetroot. Now the heart rate responds to the vagal response, so it helped reduce that vagal response as well, the beetroot supplement. And they recovered from that exercise. They kept on taking their blood pressure and heart rate variability and pulse, heart rate, and they recovered. The ones who took the beet extract, they recovered about in half the time, about 30 minutes, whereas the ones who had the placebo, who didn't have the supplement, actually it took them close to an hour to recover. And their blood pressures, their systolic blood pressure was a lot lower. They did another study with Afro-American sports women, and their blood pressures with beetroot, I think it was with beetroot juice, their blood pressures were a lot lower. Their heart rate response to exercise was a lot lower, so the heart didn't have to beat it anywhere near so much. So they have proven that the humble beet can really assist with the cardiovascular system and complications in that system due to sport or exercise. And we have the Beet Flow, which is one of the best supplements we've ever come across. It's the beet extract, plus it's got a couple of different amino acids, taurine, which does a similar thing to the beet. It's the nitric acid in the beet that causes the response to the vagal nerve. It also helps dilate little tubes in the body, so it dilates the arteries and biliary tubules. And sports people who are given a drink of beetroot juice about half an hour before they perform or play on the field, they can perform 10% better than if they didn't have that juice. And that's just a humble beet. But we often can't find fresh organic beetroot to juice all the time, and it's a bit of a messy procedure. So we recommend people have at least one Beet Flow 3 times a day, and it will assist with high blood pressures, bringing them down. It'll assist with endurance sports, helping the body get rid of. We give it to people because it's the liver, helping the liver get rid of waste out of the body. I often do urine and saliva tests, and I find that the urine, the kidneys in people are often having to get rid of waste that the liver should be. And by taking the Beet Flow 3 times a day, that liver gets rid of the waste then, and the kidneys don't have to work so hard. And it's the kidneys working hard that often puts blood pressures up. But the nitric acid and the taurine, they dilate the arteries as well, so it drops the blood pressures tremendously. We had an older lady whose kidneys were failing. She was meant to start dialysis just before she saw us, or soon after she saw us. One of her relatives brought her to us, and we recommended she start taking the Beet Flow, and she didn't have to go on dialysis, which is amazing. So that is a supplement that you can take to help with that vagal nerve response as well, to get you into a much happier, calmer life as well. But there are those exercises. I'll put the article, link it to the video so you can read it, and you've got those things that you can do to help the vagal nerve release the dopamine and serotonin, so we can relieve any anxious feelings. The digestion works a lot better if the vagal nerve is working properly, because it's associated with all the digestive system. The heart doesn't have to work anywhere near so hard, and the Beet Flow will also assist in all these things as well. Heart rate variability due to exercise is decreased tremendously with the Beet Flow as well. So I hope you've found this interesting, but if you suffer with anxiety and so on, try some of these simple things that you can do to help stimulate or massage the vagal nerve that is responsible to releasing some of the feel-good hormones. Sing at the top of your voice under the shower, gargle water, chant, meditate and do the Om sound. All those will help. And then by taking one Beet Flow 3 times a day, that'll not only assist your digestion, it will also assist with all those things as well in assisting the vagal nerve. Hope you found this interesting, and have a good week, and hopefully Greta will be back on deck next week and you'll see her happy face as well. Okay, have a good week and we'll see you next week. Bye.